Okay, so these are like a series of videos that I'm gonna record for you guys to understand this material a little bit better. If you still confused with anything of this, just send me an email. I hope that this helps. I'm just gonna go straight to the point. Here they say use the information provided to write the transformational form equation of each parabola, right? So I'm gonna go straight to the problems. So the vertex is, we know that this is HK. This is HK, and this is the focus. So the first thing I should do if I'm confused is just draw my picture. And I have -5, and this is 4. So I should plot my dot here. And then I need, so in my focus is -5 and 35/8. 35/8 is a little bit more than 4, right? So that should be up, a little bit up here. So that this is 35/8. So I'm just gonna put that in a different color. So if this is 35/8, I need to calculate what's A. Since the focus is above the directrix, I know that this graph is gonna be vertical, and so I need to find the A value. So the A value is basically, we need to find the difference between 35/8 and 4. So 35/8 minus 4, which is the same as 32/8, that will be 3 out of 8. So that's my A value. And as I stated before, it has to be positive because A is greater than 0, because the graph, like the vertex is underneath the focus. Therefore, this implies that the graph is going to be positive and it's going to be vertical. Then if you want to find the directrix, basically you have to go 3/8 of a unit down. So you can think about the directrix is here. You don't need that exact point right now. So you just can draw the line and you can just tell that this is your directrix, right? And since you know that the focus is inside your graph and it's going up, therefore you need this. You can draw your picture. So this is your graph of your parabola. So now what you need to do is just write the equation. So the equation that I'm gonna use is, because this graph is vertical, I need the x minus h squared equals 4a y minus k. And then I just need to plot the values here. So this is x minus 5, that's plus 5, squared equals 4 times a, that's gonna be 4 times 3/8. And then this is going to be y minus k, which is 4. If you simplify this, you get x plus 5 squared equals, this is going to be 3/2 y minus 4. And that's the answer for this problem. I hope you can follow through. I think I did this problem in class many times, but I just want to make sure that you understand it. Okay? I also provide a solution key for these problems. So if you're still confused with this, you can check the solution key, and then, that might help, right? I hope that helps. So the answer was 3/2 y minus 4 equals x plus 5 squared, and that's what I have. Next problem. This is easier because here they give you the vertex at the origin, so the equation that you need, well, if you're confused, first you draw, right? You draw your picture, and you're at the origin. So this is 0, 0. And I have to go up 1/4. So 140 will be here, right? And so they told me that this is the focus. So I'm here, and I need to go up, right? Because if this is a vertex and this is a focus, that implies that my graph is gonna go up, okay? So my graph is going up, and I know my A value, right? My A value is the distance from the vertex to the focus. So A equals 1/4, and also A is greater than 0 because it's positive value. Now what I need to do is I need to write the equation. So what equation do I need? Well, I'm at the origin, so I need that special equation to make my life easier. So this is gonna be x squared equals 4ay, right? And the only thing I need to plot is my number. So this is x squared equals 4. A is 1/4 and is positive, and this is y. So my final solution is going to be x squared equals y, right? Because 4 times 1/4 is just 1. So this is the answer. Okay? That's how you do that problem. Number 3. The vertex is at the origin. Again, same idea like the previous problem. So I'm here. I'm at the origin. Origin means 0, 0, right? And remember this, and now I need to find the directrix. The directrix is 1/4. 1/4 is here, right? That implies that this directrix is something like that. Sorry about that. Let me draw the picture better. So this is the directrix, right? And there, like the directrix is above the vertex. That implies that the focus must be here. And my vertex is at the origin. So let's put that in another color. So that's here. And if I grab this parabola, it's gonna look like this. Again, your focus is below your vertex. Therefore, that implies that the A value is gonna be less than 0. It's gonna be negative this time. And the special equation I need, because I'm at the origin, I need x squared equals 4ay. So the only thing I need to do right now is just find out what's A. But you already know what's A, because A, let me put that in another color. So A is this distance from here to here, and that distance is 1/4. But that 1/4 has to be negative because you're going down, right? And so if we plug those values in, we get x squared equals 4a times negative 1/4. And if you compute this, you get x squared equals negative, I'm sorry, that was a, not y. So if you compute this, you get negative y. So that's the final answer for this problem. I hope that this makes sense. And I just want you to keep practicing to get better. Okay, next problem. So here they're telling you that this is HK, you know, that's the vertex. I'm not at the origin, so I cannot use shortcuts equations for this problem. And they give me the focus is 35/12. So the first thing I should do is draw my picture. So this is my picture. 3 and -8 is somewhere around here, somewhere around here. So this is -3/8. I'm sorry, actually that's not here. My bad. That's not here. 3/8 should be here, right? And let me erase this one and put it on the other side to make it more visual. So this is 3/8, and they're mentioning here that the focus is 35/12. So 35/12 is a little bit less than 3, right? So if you plot that in your calculator, you get 35/12, you get 2.9. So this is x, just in case, and this is y. So 2.9 for x, that implies that you are here, and you are approximately here. And that's your focus. That means that this graph is gonna, well, let's find your A value, but at this point we can have an idea how this graph look like. So this graph is gonna look like something like this, right? And now you know that your A is less than 0 because it's going to the left. And then you need to find out what's the value of A, and that's basically it. So how can I find out the value of A? Well, you have to find the difference between 3 and 35/12. So if you subtract 3 minus 35/12, this is the same as saying 36/12 minus 35/12 is 1/12. But you have to recall, let me fix this, 1/12. You have to recall that A is negative, right? So if A is negative, it has to be less than 0. So this A must be negative, right? Now, that's the value of A. Now I need to find out the equation. So what you need to do, let's do that here, is you need to plot, what equation do I need? Well, this is left or right, so it's horizontal. So I need my equation y minus k squared equals 4a x minus h. So what is the value of k? Well, that's -8, so that's going to be positive a. Negative makes a positive, just remember that. And this is 4 times -1/12 and x minus 3, that's h. So this is x minus 3, and now we need to compute. So this is y plus 8 squared equals -1/3 x minus 3. And that will be my answer for this problem. So this is my answer. Any questions? I mean, I hope you don't have any questions, but I get used to say any questions because I always do this with you live. Okay, so that's what it is. Okay, next problem. So me so for this problem, they give you this number 5, by the way. Let me make it a little smaller this. So here they give you the vertex again. So this is HK, right? And they give you the directrix. So if you draw your picture, you have the vertex here. Vertex is 2, and this is -8, somewhere around here. -8 is here. And then the directrix is 3/2. So 3/2 is somewhere around here. So the directrix should be here, and you know that's a line that is perpendicular or like a vertical in this case. So you have your directrix, something like that. So this is your directrix, and so if that's my directrix, you need to find out what's the value of A. Well, you know the directrix is to the left. That implies that the focus is going to be to the right. So we need to change the color of that, and that will be here, right? So that implies that the graph is opening to the right. That means that A is greater than 0, and we need the horizontal equation, right? Which is y minus k squared equals 4ax minus h. Again, I'm using this longer version because I'm not at the origin, so I have to do the longer one. And I need to find out what's the value of A. But you already know that, because if you really think about this, right? This line here, this purple line is 3/2. So if this is 3/2, and you know that 3/2 is 1.5, what is the distance from 3/2 to 2? Well, that distance must be a half, right? Because from 3/2 to 2, that's half distance. So that's the value of A. A equals 1/2. Now the question is it positive or negative? Well, it's positive because it's opening to the right. So now you know that. So now you have to plug those numbers in. And well, let's write the equation. So this is y minus, well, the k is minus A in this case. I'm gonna do step by step this one. And this is equal to 4 times 1/2 x minus h, which is 2. So this is y plus 8 squared equals 2x minus 2. And I'm done. This is my answer. So I hope that these videos, they help. They're not too difficult. I mean, you should be able to do it. I give you the answer key for this problem, so they're not that difficult. Maybe later on tonight, I'm gonna try to put 2 more, or like more problems related with this. Okay, like I will try to do 5 more. Okay, till then, have a nice day. Thank you.